And critics of the bus and proponents of the rail argue that buses can never deliver the kind of quality of service that rail does. And I think that's because what they have in mind is comparing buses operating in mixed traffic in streets with rail systems that are completely segregated from traffic and thus can achieve higher speeds. And if you allow buses the same kind of privileges to operate on a protected right-of-way with stops that are not really stops but more like stations where you can pay your fare in advance and there's high platform boarding that's fast. When you compare those kinds of systems with rail systems, the quality of the bus service is at least as good, if not better. Another myth about buses, which is the myth that they cost more to operate than rail systems. And the idea that people have in mind is that there's a 40-foot bus with one driver per 50 or 60 passengers max. Whereas with a rail system, you could have a train of 8 cars, each carrying 100 passengers, and so you'd have 800 passengers behind one driver. But the reality is that you have to spend a lot of labor in maintaining the track, the power distribution, the signal system, and the rest with rail. And if you're operating the buses on exclusive right-of-ways so that they can run rapidly, the productivity of the drivers, of the bus drivers, is increased. You can have more point-to-point services because the vehicle is smaller.
Right.
I mean, what people say is a liability, a small vehicle behind one driver, is also an asset. Another myth, right, is that buses don't have the capacity that are needed for dense corridors, and so you have to build rail. But there are very few corridors in the United States that carry more than 15,000 passengers per hour in the peak direction. The BRT system can do 15,000 easily, and you don't have to have an enormous volume of passengers on a route to justify it.
Wil je nog meer van dit soort type video's zien? Klik dan hier of klik daar. Veel plezier!